Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Iti namine Namao Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Iti namine Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasudeva Bhaktavrinda Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasudeva Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Haribol. Good morning to everyone. Haribol, namaste. So I felt like stage fright because I was told that I'm going to be the speaker of the day. So I tried to do my best to find out which one is suitable or I got one book here from Bhagavad Gita. It's a quote, and can I just read it to you guys? Okay. So this is about Arjuna. Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. And so this is how it goes. So, O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons or Lord, O Lord, can understand your personality. So this is a very deep subject. It's about Krishna's personality. So in order for us to develop love for anybody, like for a person, there is a person, right? So personality, it tends to point to a person. So personality without a person, it's impossible to have a relationship. So relationship is based upon a person. You cannot love mystery. You cannot love air. So there must be a person. So when we speak about the personality of Godhead, which is God by Himself, we're speaking about a person. And in order for a person to have a relationship with another person, you have to find out what that person wants. Isn't that, like we can apply it, or we can have, we probably have experienced it in our life. Like, a boyfriend, girlfriend wants to meet a girl, so he finds out before, he finds out where she lives. Now it's different. It's, what's your number? What's your cell phone number? Can I call you? So this is how, it start. Before it's different. But now, so you have to find some way to communicate with the person. So for the Supreme Person, you have to find out what He wants. So in order for them to have a relationship, you have to find out. And the spiritual master, he explains, because he is self-realized, meaning he realized the absolute truth as it is coming down from God Himself. So he has to have a spiritual master too. So it's a chain of spiritual master coming down, receiving the knowledge through the parampara. Parampara means it's the disciplic succession. So it is heard from the spiritual master or the guru to disciple. So, and it started with God Himself. So the knowledge and the personality, the qualities of the Supreme Person can be explained by the spiritual master, because he is realized. So he knows it's because the spiritual master is the representative of God. So he is the what do you call this? Ambassador. Yeah. So he comes here, to let people know, to let other spirit souls know that there is a God. And because we are part and parcel of God, we can only be happy, in connection with the Supreme Spirit or the personality of Godhead. So he tells us how the qualities of the Supreme Person. And so the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, when Lord Chaitanya came here 500 years ago, he enunciated this Sankirtan movement. He started the Sankirtan movement because of this age of confusion. Everybody's fighting, everybody is confused. They want to know the truth, or they either in ignorance, they just go by, whatever is happening, and not realizing that the body is not permanent. So we all tend to go by this mode of the material nature, the passion, goodness, and ignorance. So we are driven by all these modes that's been going on here in the material world. Once you were born, it's you're part of this. You're subject to these modes of material nature, and without the spiritual master, without the knowledge coming down from the Supreme Person, it is impossible for us to know the absolute truth. And so by chanting, Lord Chaitanya introduces the chanting of the holy names in this age, because it's very hard to keep still, not before the other ages, which is God is realized through meditation or sacrifices. This age, it is the process of God realization is through the chanting of the holy names. And because of our poor memory, we can't even remember what happened like a day before or 3 days before, or not to speak of a year before. We cannot vividly remember everything that happens. So through the chanting, through the repeatedly chanting the holy names of God, then we can understand and we can realize God. We can understand the qualities of God. It is hard, it is impossible for us to understand God through our knowledge, our mental speculation. And only by the mercy of the spiritual master we can understand. He can explain to us how God wants to be reciprocated, or the exchange of feelings or understanding. So the spiritual master comes here. He's not forced, just like us. He's not forced to be rebirthed here in this world, because by his own will he comes here. He wants to split. He wants us to come back to God, because he knows that we're all suffering here, and we think we're all going to be here forever. This is Maya Devi. He is the illusory energy of Krsna. Illusory energy, his job or her job is to make it sure that you don't inquire the absolute truth. Because we're stuck here, thinking we're going to be here forever. So this is this is our disease, because we want to be, Lord over, or we want to be God. We want to imitate God. That's why we are here. And so, but the thing is, we're not happy. We're not happy trying to imitate God. So, if you're fortunate enough, you ask these questions, to yourself. Why am I suffering? Why is there birth? Why is there death? The diseases, the old age. Of course, we want to be young forever, but bad news, it's not gonna happen. Just like me, my hair used to be black, now it's all gray. I don't call it white, because white is, it's too bright. So I know my time is it's about ready to go. I don't know how many more days or years or I have, but unfortunately, I come in contact with the spiritual master or the devotee of Krsna that tells us that, hey, stupid, you're not going to be here forever, and you think you're going to find happiness here. Sorry, bad news, And then, so you realize, you might not be serious about it, but hey, look at your body. You're growing old. Soon diseases comes, and then that's it. Just like my brother, he was a tailor. He was a master cutter, but he works at the opera, San Francisco Opera. So for the tailor here, he's a big time, like he dresses Pavarotti, the opera singer, a superstar. He's very very famous in Italy, all over the world. So he dresses him up. So, and then, he used to chant too, but not realizing that, soon a disease would come to him and everything would be over. But fortunately, he used to chant, and before he left his body, I was chanting for him, so good for him. Anyway, that's our life here in the material world. We think we're going to be here forever. We have all these plans and everything, but hey, you're time limited here. So that's why the process introduced by Lord Chaitanya and the spiritual master, the remembrance of the chanting of the holy names, this will actually save you, or actually takes you, because at the time of death, there's nothing, there's nowhere to grab, you're helpless. And the only way that you can take with you is the holy name of Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that at the time of death, at the time, whatever your consciousness is, that will be your next body. If you think of Krishna, then you go to Krishna. But if you think your wife or somebody else, your pet, then so you'll be born again. And in the Bhagavad Gita, it is also said that once you are born, death is certain. And once you die, then you'll be reborn again. So the knowledge that the spiritual master is giving us is so it's like a very expensive jewel, or something that you always hold on to because of its priceless. So the chanting of the holy names, it's always what do you call this? It's a must, or it is number one, because it purifies our heart and it makes us see the things as they are. That we are not this body, we are spirit, soul, part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit, dominated, not the master, but dominated part and parcel of the Supreme Person. And naturally, if you're dominated, your natural position is service. And that service is the ultimate perfection in life, because it enables you to taste the nectar of which we're always longing for. We want to be happy. We always want to be happy. Nobody wants to be sad. Nobody wants misery. But there is an eternal happiness, and that happiness being taught by Lord Chaitanya. The chanting of the holy names, being attached to the holy names. And Krishna also says that he doesn't need all these devotees or sages, but he goes to wherever the chanting of the holy names is. He doesn't go to these places where there's no chanting. Only where the chanting is, that where Krishna goes. So he's in here in Madana, Mohana all the time. So So we should always be. This is our goal in life should be. I know that you'll be all somewhere else after you finish your contract here, but you try to remember that Krishna or the Supreme Person is always there for you. You may not be there for him, but he always there for you, waiting for you to come back to him and chant his holy names. So I'm not going to be speaking very long because I don't have any more to say. But I know you bear with me. Thank you for listening. Haribo Namaste. Haribo. So we chant for a little bit, and then. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Ite Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya